this out. Degrassi is my all-time favorite television show. Down. I love Degrassi, even to this day as an adult. Let's put it on the right way because we're working hard in my room. He was aura farming. Maybe not with the hair, but with that shirt. Look at that kid. This was so early. This was before I could even grow a beard. Hey, in tonight's video, I will be rearranging the display board right behind my desk at work. So if you want to see me talk about and show you some things that I keep near and dear to me while I work, then keep on watching. Hey, hi, how are you? Do you know what time it is? I will tell you what time it is. It's time for another Teddy Talks ASMR video. Whoa. My name is Teddy, hey, and in tonight's video I will be, why did I do that and not tell you what I was doing? I will be rearranging the display board behind my desk at work. This is the display board. Now you know why I'm doing that. I would say that normally I rearrange the board once or twice a year. This is that once or twice a year. I'm filming this the same day that I filmed my lunch break video. I also just realized I think this isn't cardioid. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing binaural. I'm not gonna switch it. So I'm gonna stop going side to side. But yeah, so these items that I'm going to show you, I'll talk about them and then I'll put them on the board. Anything with identifying information or personal information will not be in the video. These are just things that are about me or pictures of me, or they're personal things and not related to where I work or anything else. I'm sure that different people have different opinions about how much you should share about yourself at work and how much of yourself you put out there and the things on your desk, etc. But I feel like as a teacher, your desk and your display board is a subtle way to show the people around you what is important to you. I am using a fisheye lens so that you can see more of the board. I really like how it looks. And when I show you the things, I can just show you the whole thing instead of like having to go back. I can come forward closer to the camera. I'm drinking not a Baja Blast. This is water, and I put not one, but two Skittles flavoring packets in. This looks absolutely disgusting, but it tastes pretty good. When I want a little bit of flavor, but I don't want to buy something, somebody got me Skittles flavoring packets, and I'll just throw those in a water, and usually I just have one, and I'm good to go. But other than that, like I said, this is the same day that I filmed the lunch break video that should be on my channel. I'm repping Winona State today, and yeah, the only reason I'm filming this right now is because I got out early from my professional development. So without further ado, let's get into putting my board together. So the first item that I'm putting back up is this picture of me. Now, it's very fitting because I didn't know that I was filming this today, but I got my Winona State University shirt on. This was at Winona. This was like my first or second year in college. Look at that kid. This was so early. This was before I could even grow a beard. So I'm gonna flip it around so I can read it to you. This was homecoming. if you can hear that. It says, I'm a teacher. I inspire my students to explore their imagination. What's your superpower? I think I made this sign based off an example. The penmanship is good. I don't know why I added like glitter and stuff to it. I have some beads and I even have like a Winona hat on the picture, but you can't tell. So we had homecoming in the fall, so this was a good memory. On the bottom it says, remember your why. That's partially me making fun of that because a lot of times in education, when you're like, things are really hard right now, people will say, remember your why. So I was slightly making fun of that quote, but it kind of went from being satirical to sincere because I do look at this and I see just a kid that is not ready to be a teacher. I didn't even have the superpowers yet. I feel like I have the superpowers now. Like, I'm good. But back then, he did not have the superpowers. So let's go ahead and put this on the board. Off to the side, I have some thumbtacks. And we're not going to spill those. We're not going to spill those thumbtacks. I didn't really think like how I was going to turn around because you're really close to me. Alright, so not bad, right? Like you'll be able to see the board as I go. What else was I going to say? Oh, I might not tack everything in all the way. I might not tack it in all the way, just to make final adjustments. And I'm not really going to put anything back here because there's a giant fridge that will sit there. So we're just going to focus on this part and kind of put some more of the fun, enjoyable stuff over here. And then any personal information and like phone numbers and stuff will go back here because the fridge kind of blocks it. So that won't be in the video, but this will be covered up basically by the end. Alright, so the next thing, we got another picture. Remember your why is also at the bottom of this picture. This is me as a kid. And this is very precious to me. This is my whole childhood, and this is a huge reason why I got into teaching. That's me. My shirt says, Chicks Dig Pink. I thought I was so cool. I thought I was the coolest, and I kind of was, especially with that hair. I mean, you couldn't tell me anything and nobody did, so this is me, like, kind of babysitting. This is my friend, Mac. He's the brother of one of my best friends growing up, and he had special needs. He is the first person I ever met with special needs, and Mac is the reason why I am at the point in my life where I'm at now. I'm a special education teacher, and he's a huge reason, the reason why I'm kind of here making this video. He's the reason why I got into education. Besides my family members being teachers, it's like that, and then this. I've known Mac for so long, or I knew Mac for so long because I met Mac at such a young age that when I met him, I didn't even know what special needs were. And his mom, rest in peace to her, she actually passed away a couple years ago, but one day she told me that there were people that worked with people like Mac, and I said, what job is that? And she basically explained what a special education teacher did, and I thought I should check that out because I loved working with Mac. In this picture, we are reading him a book. That's my sister in the middle, and then two of our friends in the back. So, it's really sad because Mac is now an adult, and I think he's fine. I would love to see this family again and see Mac, because I would like to talk about how much of an impact he had on me, and I would like to see their family again. But literally, like, this was my childhood, hanging out with the crew, reading books. Now I teach reading, so a very fond memory, and I get to talk about Mac with all my students and families and stuff when they see this picture. It's a very early 2000s picture. I'm so mad I lost that shirt. I would wear that still. He had aura. He was aura farming. Maybe not with the hair, but with that shirt. I want to make this shirt, or I want to buy it. I could talk forever about this picture, so let's put it on the board. It's really sad. I had some pink thumbtacks, and now I don't know where they went. I'm going to cut because I have to cough, and I'll be right back. Alright. We're back. I shared 2 personal memories. This one's a little silly. It's the cast of Degrassi, The Next Generation. Now, I just shared 2 sentimental, maybe I can do that. There we go. I shared 2 sentimental memories. When I started student teaching, I printed this out. Degrassi is my all-time favorite television show. Down. I love Degrassi, even to this day as an adult. I don't want to get too much into the show, because I could make a long video. I was not supposed to be watching that show, but I still watched it. And it honestly taught me a lot about life. It had a lot of good lessons on it. So, when I started student teaching and then into this job, I told people that this was my class that I student taught. And I think to date, I've been a teacher for like 6 years, going on 7 or something. Only like 1 or 2 people have called me out, because I would tell people like this was my class. Now obviously, let me ask you a question. Do you think that I taught that guy? Do you think that I taught Jimmy Brooks, aka Drake? Do you think I taught Drake? I know that you know that this is a joke, right? But kids don't watch Degrassi like that, so people just believe, they don't get the joke. They just believe that this was the crew that I taught. But only like 1 or 2 people have gotten it, so I love the show. I don't know why I have this printed. I carry it with me and it stays on the board, so let's put my first ever student teaching class, the class I student taught with, on the board. Alright, so the next memory, I don't know why I have this picture. My parents recently moved. Well, I guess it's not recent anymore, but they moved not too long ago. And I think my mom gave me this. That's me. I think I was in 1st or 3rd grade, like 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. Just another day going to school. I think orange is my favorite color. I remember that jacket. Orange is my favorite color. I still got the hat. And that's the house I grew up in. Just an all-white suburban house. So something about this picture, it's very liminal and it's slightly unsettling. But I love that for the picture. Something about like the all white and the jury background, and it's just me. Like, why were we taking a picture that day? I love liminal. I love liminal things, so I really enjoyed this picture. You can see I have like an idea of like where I want everything to go. Personal stuff, and then all my business stuff will be back here, but you won't see that, right? I just really quick had to rearrange, thinking about what I want to do next. So we're gonna put this like lower down there. Because I want to take a break from the pictures. The next thing I have is attitude of gratitude. I love the fisheye because you can do really cool visuals. You will get a fisheye video where I plan some triggers. This was just kind of unplanned and unprompted. And honestly, it's a really good test of if I like how the video turned out. Because if I don't like how the video turned out, then why would you like it? And I really like how this is turning out right now. What the heck is attitude of gratitude? So at the school I work at, we basically nominate each other for like helpful things that we've done, and I've kept every single one from the last like 5 or 6 years. I've lost some too, like there's just so many. We don't really do it as much anymore, but whenever I'm having a rough time, I pull these back out to remember that there are some people that see what I do around here. And I know that's like so dramatic, but it is nice to have a physical reminder and see like the range of people that you helped directly or indirectly. So they're just in a big folder. I know this has a specific name, a manila folder. Right. But, yeah, so I just like hang them up, and it's led to a lot of good conversations between my students and I. They're like, what's an attitude of gratitude? And I feel like then we get to talk about, like, just because you're not a staff member doesn't mean that you can't, like, tell your friend something that they're doing that's making your day, right? So it's led to some good conversations that way. Let's put it up. Alright, so the next thing is very random. This video is less about like the triggers and more like the board, but you know, let me take a little vocal break. Drink my nasty Skittle water that I secretly love. So, I did a lot of plays and musicals in high school, and I was so busy, I don't know how I did it. So I would go to school, go to basketball practice, go to the musical practice, and then I would do homework until like 11 or 12 at night. What the heck was I doing? That's how you know I wasn't getting into trouble in high school, because there was no time to like get into trouble. I do want to make more videos about my high school experience, and we'll get into that eventually. So, when I was a freshman, I did, I think it's called You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I know it's like Peanuts comics, but You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. This is Schroeder. you want, you can take a look at all the characters on the back. Schroeder plays the piano. And honestly, in my opinion, he has, I had to take a breath for that, he has some of the more fun songs in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. This used to sit at the front of the classroom, but I kind of want it back here, so let's put it up. If it's even gonna hold, I don't know. Sorry, when I focus, I make really weird faces, okay? I know I look weird. And if you tell me I don't, I do. When I watched back the subscriber request video that I put out a couple weeks ago, I was actually working, and me working looks like I want to kill somebody. And I'm just focusing, but it's like, why do I look like that? Alright, so Schroeder is secured, right? He's secured. Let me look at what else I have. I have an idea, but I'm going to tack down the rest of the photos because we're almost done. And I don't think I'm going to switch anything else. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Our next item is the Polar Plunge flag pennant. A pennant. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. You guys know when I make videos, I just forget how to correctly say certain words, but I don't know where this came from. I think I just got this, so we're gonna put it there or there. I think we gotta put it up on top, right? Let's do it. Again, my weird faces. If you comment down below about my weird faces, just know that I know, okay? Obviously, I would explain more about what the Polar Plunge is, but I already did that in ASMR Miss. So if you go to December on my channel, December 2025, I have a whole ramble about Polar Plunge, so go check that out. The next item is a record. This is a really old record that I found in my room when I first got here, like 5 or 6 years ago in 2020. Really no backstory, and it's purely for display. Like, I'm sorry if you're mad that it's a display item, but it is, so be mad at me if you want. Again, anything down here, like, you won't be able to see it when I put the fridge back. You'll just see it, like, peeking out, so that's why I'm putting it down there. On the old arrangement, it was, like, over here. But now Schroeder is the focus along with my pictures, so that's what we're doing. The next item I have been wanting to show you. I don't know which way the camera will be flipped. This is a sign that says working hard. Hardly working. I think I got this from an old teacher that was retiring. And I always say, guys, in my room, besides my favorite color being orange, and this is orange, I obviously want students working hard every single day, so we bust this out when we need it. But I really crack up sometimes, because what if you came to my room and I was like, we're hardly working, we don't do anything in my room? That's a lie, we do, but like, can you imagine if somebody came to like observe me and I just had this in my room? Let's put it on the right way, because we're working hard in my room. I know that I might not be utilizing the space in the best way, but like, you gotta remember there's more things I gotta put on here later, so yeah. I'm back and we have 1, 2, 3 pictures left. Really, other than that, it's just the boring stuff that I use every day that I'll throw up after the video's done. So, in the next 3 pictures, I am with a coworker that I started my teaching journey with, and I don't know if she wants to be in the video or not, so I covered her face up, but the pink sticky note, like, it's the same person. I just wanted to be clear about that. This was the first graduation that I was able to sit with my graduating advisory. Basically, incoming freshmen get an advisor, and you see them once or twice a week for 4 years, and then they just leave. I had a great group of kids, and I finally got to sit with them when they graduated. I look so happy. I lost my hearing this night because the parents and other students and family members had like air horns, and they were yelling and being so loud. I lost my hearing. But yeah, that's just a memory. I had such a bad headache after this picture, but I was happy to be there with my coworker. Also, can you remind me to take the post-its off when I'm done? Otherwise, everyone's gonna think that we have beef. And we don't, so. Same person. This was a dress-up day. It was country club and cowboys. You know, I love a dress-up day. This was a very smart one. Smart dress-up day. She's country club, I'm cowboy. That's pretty obvious. I hate lame dress-up days, and I could definitely ramble about that, but I won't right now. This was a good one, though. Also, side note, we're running out of thumbtacks anyway, so. Last but not least, this is a really funny picture to end on. Look at that guy. Tired. You've seen me wear this outfit before. I love that combo, that sweater and that collared shirt. So, a student in the corner right over there, they were doing my henna, so I was getting like a temporary stain on my hand. Sorry, I'm holding the tacks too, I gotta be careful. So, it's called like the Salam Club. We have like a club, and they do henna. Obviously, they do a lot more than that. I did not prepare to like tell you about the club, but I used to remember what Salam meant. But basically, our Muslim students are in a club, and so they were doing henna to raise money for something. I think funds for the club. And I wish I had a picture of the henna because it turned out really, really cool. I was just extremely tired. Look at the bags under my eyes. So, yeah. That is our last picture. I don't even know, the teacher that took this like was so excited to print it and give it to me. And guys, that is it. all for tonight's video. If I had something else to say, I don't. I thought I did and I kind of forgot. So, do you know what time it is? I will tell you what time it is. It's time for me to head out. It's time for me to head out. Thank you so much for joining me. Today was so productive. I love how clean this turned out. I might make some final adjustments, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.